Hi Ladybirds, it's time for your maths time today. Now I'm going to start today with a really quick little game, which is like our review, okay, for our maths. And for all this, you're going to need your little number fan. You may have a pink one that was sent home to you. It may be a yellow one. I think you have all collected, but just in case you haven't, which is absolutely fine if you haven't, then instead of using a number fan, you could always just get a little bit. You could always show me actually with your hands using your fingers. Show me. You could have a go using pasta or anything that you happen to have at home. Right, your challenge is to do see if you can work out one less than the number I show you. So you're taking one away. We've done one more, one less quite a lot, but today we're just going to have a quick focus on one less. So can you tell me one less than the number 5? Well done, Ladybirds. Remember, you can pause the video. That's what I should have said as well. If you need some extra time to work it out, you can pause. So number 5 is like this. But if you take 1 away, then it becomes number 4. Number 4 looks like this one. Okay, this time, can you see if you can do 1 less than the number 7? 1 less than the number 7. See if you can find that out. Well done, Ladybird. So 1 less than number 7 would be the number 6. And I can show you my hands this way of doing number 7, but taking 1 away so that my number is getting smaller. And now the new number it's made is number 6. Well done, Ladybirds, for that little challenge using your number fan. Okay, now this week we have been learning a little bit about the word weight. Okay. And first of all, I'd like you to see if you can have a little think about what does weight mean? What does weight mean? Now, maybe talk about it at home quickly or pause the video, or if not, you can listen to my thoughts. Now, weight means how heavy or light something is. Okay, I wonder whether you can say that with me. So, weight means how heavy or light something is. Okay. Now, weight lets us know about those two new words, heavy and light, or heavier and lighter, which we talked about a little bit in our last learning session together. Okay. Now, I have a little friend here, and first of all, he would like you to carry on starting by using your hands like you did last time. Think a little bit about weight when we're thinking about how heavy or light something is. And this is going to be challenge number 1 today. Okay. Now, my friend is someone you might have noticed who has been on much better behaviour since the last time he saw you, because Wizzy Wizard has not been eating any more of Captain Extraordinary's biscuits, have you? No, it's been really well behaved, Ladybirds. Your call to Captain Extraordinary worked brilliantly, so well done for that, Ladybirds. And he's been really well behaved, haven't you, Wizzy? Well done. Now, Wizzy thinks that he's thought of something really, really clever. He just wants you to first have a go with your hands at working out what you think, whether Wizzy's right or whether he's not right, whether maybe you can teach him what you think about this. So Wizzy thinks that something that is taller is always heavier than something that is shorter. So that's what Wizzy thinks. So your first challenge, challenge number 1, is to see if you can have a quick look around your house. See if you can find out whether you think Wizzy's right, or whether you think, I'm not sure that he is. There is something taller. Oh, do it with my hands this way. Oh, Wizzy will help me. Something taller, is it always heavier than something that is shorter? See if you can pause now and go and have a little look. Hi, Ladybirds. I went and did that challenge as well to see if I could show Wizzy. Now, hopefully, you've had a chance to talk about what your findings were for that first little challenge. Now, I thought I'd show you as well what my findings were because I found these two things. This is a model that someone in school has been making. I've just borrowed it quickly. Now, this is something that is definitely much taller than this, isn't it? So I thought I'd have a little look and see which is heavier. Now, what's interesting is that although this is really tall, it's made out of really, really light sponge foam blocks. So this is actually, it's very light for me in my hands. Now this one is actually quite heavy because this one is a volcano and it's made out of plastic, but it's got a lot of weight inside the plastic. So this one is heavier. So I think that for that first challenge, I think that Wizzy Wizard is not quite right on that one because some tall things are actually really, really light, and some short things can actually be really, really heavy, even if they're smaller. Okay, Ladybirds, well done for that first challenge. Now we're ready now for challenge number 2. Okay. Now what I want us to think about is, so are our hands always the most effective way of measuring? Now what that means is, are our hands the best way that we can measure something, or are there any better ways that we could measure? Now, I did ask you in the first video this week, see if you could think of any other ways, and we thought about what different ways can you measure. So just pause now and have a little think. Are any of those other ways that you might have talked about, do you think they're a better way to measure than just using your hands? Or do you think maybe are our hands the best way to measure? See if you can pause and think about that now. Hi, Ladybirds. Right, time now that you've had that chat to see if we can get ready for challenge number 3. Now, challenge number 3 is going to be thinking about what you've just discussed and thinking, right, what is the best way that we could then try and have a go at weighing something and using type of measurement that maybe is a little bit more reliable, like a better measurement than maybe just using our hands, because our hands sometimes they can, it's not always as easy, especially when the objects are maybe not quite as obviously really heavy or light. I wonder what you've had a chat about at home. Maybe you've talked a little bit about weighing scales. You might have talked about things like, some of you I've noticed have started maybe to do a little bit of cooking at home, or you've talked about cooking at home. So that is something where you measure something out. I've seen some amazing home learning as well, where you've started to show me that you've looked at grams even, which is, that's really amazing reception. And you've started to have a go at weighing things and working out how much they weigh. Some of you have had a go even at stepping on maybe scales like at home. So using your feet to step on scales and try and work out how heavy you are. So there are other ways other than our hands that can be a bit of a better way. And I wanted to introduce one of them here to you today. And this one, it's shaking all the way in front of me, Ladybirds. This one is some weighing scales that I have got. Let's just see this. That's it, a bit better in focus for you. Now these weighing scales, you might notice, have got some containers that are very carefully balanced, and I'm going to talk about that word in a minute, so that they are level, so they are very, very on the same line, very, very close to each other. Okay. Now, there is a very special little triangle that you might just about be able to see. There you go. And this triangle here is telling me if this scale is balanced or not. So if the weight is the same. Now, if it's the same, then the points of these two triangles match up to each other. So we can say, oh, I can see that they're the same. Our scales, a little bit like our hands, would say, yeah, these look the same. I wonder what might happen if I put something heavy in. Should we explore today? I'm going to have a little look Oh, wow, this is really cool. I've got a tractor, and this tractor's going to go in. Now, this tractor, I think it. Oh, I wonder what will happen if I put it in the weighing scales. I'm going to put it in. What happened? Did you notice? The weighing scale went down to the bottom of the table, didn't it? Just a little bit like you've been doing with your hands. It went down, it hit the bottom of the table. So this is telling me that it is heavy. Now, what about if I try something? Oh, this time I've got a little teddy. Now this little teddy bear, he's going to go in. He's almost sitting in, almost like he's maybe going to have a little bath in the container. Look, he's sitting in. And, look, the same thing has happened. He's gone down as well. So that helps us know what weighing scales do, because they move when we put things in. Now that final challenge that you've got today is I want you to have a little think about what you think might be the heaviest. So you could predict first. So we've got the tractor I have here, and I've also got my little teddy. Now have a little prediction first. You might want to pause, say which one do you think will be the heaviest, and then I'm going to find out. So I'm going to show you. So first in is our Ted. Now our Ted is coming in. You might maybe be thinking, oh, you might go for a little bath. So here he goes into the scale. It's got a little line. Oh, it tucks in nicely in there. So he has gone down because at the moment there's air in this. So he's definitely heavier than air. But now here comes along my tractor. Here it comes. I wonder if you can use those special words that we use in our maths. They're called our special sentences, our special STEM sentences. And I want you to see, when you answer this challenge, if you can have a go at saying what you think is the heaviest by saying the heaviest item is. Okay. You could also say the, whichever one it is heavier than the. Tell me about the other one. So that's your challenge. Now let's have a look, because in comes the tractor. Ooh, in you go. Oh, now see if you can have a go at that talking challenge. Which item has been heavier today? Which one using my scales was heavier? You could also maybe think about which one is lighter, and see if you can use those special words for that sentence that I told you. Okay, ladybirds, well done. Look, our Teddy knows that it's going to be the end of this little maths challenge today, and we will return back to some more super duper maths learning soon. So our Teddy's going to get ready to give you a little wave goodbye now. All right. I hope you've enjoyed that challenge today, ladybirds. Maybe you could have a go at your own little weighing scales at home, because I found these ones for you that you can do, where I understand it's unlikely you're going to have maybe these at home. I think that would be very unlikely. But you might have a go, maybe having some everyday things that you could use. A little bit like here, there's a coat hanger. A coat hanger. I bet you might have a coat hanger in your house. They've made weighing scales here where they've done two little pots, which could be yogurt pots from your maybe if you've had a yogurt earlier in the week and it's in your junk modelling or your recycling. And they've just attached them together. These have been clipped together. These ones have been put together with string. Okay, so that might be something that you have. If you don't have string, and maybe you're the type of person that thinks, "Oh, I love going outside." Look, you could have a go with all you would need is a stick or a log, and then another little bit of wood or again, it might be that you have a few little baskets at home. You might maybe have something where you could attach a couple of baskets together and see if you could put them on one of your coat hangers and work out which one is heavier. So a few ideas for you in your play to see if you can go and have a little look. Have a little investigation. See what you think. Which ones can you find that are heavier? And remember, ladybirds, what really impresses me is when you use those sentences when you talk and speak. Okay, ladybirds. Well done. I hope you enjoy those challenges. See you later. Bye.